Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Now today I'm going to be jumping back into my series I'm doing of my top 50 albums here. Today we'll be counting down in the second to last part of this series from number 20 through to number 11. So yeah, guys, I think I said in some of the earlier installments, this was just a list I kind of came up with fairly quickly, a couple of months back. Always one of these things subject to changes and subject to new albums coming onto it, and different things different things moving about as well. But yeah, this was the order came up with, and yeah, fairly happy with it. So anyway, without much further ado, we will just get stuck into the list at number 20, which is going to be Oasis and Definitely Maybe. Which is just a brilliant record. It's brash, it's in your face, it's loud, it's intense, and it's just brilliant. The songs on here, they're a band who, fully formed right out the gates, Oasis. The songs are just fantastic. There's some of Noel's most iconic songs, and then Liam's vocal performances on here are just stunning as well. So yeah, it is a great all-round record here by Oasis. My favourite tracks on here, Rock and Roll Star. Just what a way to kick off to kick off your debut album, one of my favourite album openers right there. Shaker Maker's great as well. Live Forever, I think it's maybe a little bit overrated actually. It's a really good song, I never skip it, but it's not one of my absolute favourite Oasis tracks. You've got all the great ones Supersonic, Cigarettes and Alcohol, and then the whole of the last side I love, Dixie's Dinner, Slide Away, incredible song, really great, pretty much a love song there really, but from a band who you would never really think had a tender side, but they really did, and Slide Away is a great example of that, and then Married with Children to finish. So no, fantastic debut album here, Oasis, Definitely Maybe from 1994. Next up now at number 19, bit of a curveball one here, I think a lot of people might think for me. A much more recent album here by Paolo Nutini called Last Night in the Bittersweet.
There's nothing on the radio, and then it hits me like a fist from above, singing I want love, I want love, I want love, I want love.
Which this is from 2022, this one came out, so it is one of the more recent albums on my list here, and this album just really struck a chord with me. I remember it when it came out. Paolo had been away for quite a while, and I must say I wasn't a massive fan of his up to that point. My dad probably more so than me actually. He had a couple of his earlier albums on CD, so when this was announced and it was kind of coming out, and there was a bit of a it was quite an anticipated album. And just one day I thought, okay, you know what? I think it was maybe shortly after it came out. Actually, I thought, okay, I might give it a listen. Yeah, hey, there's a new Paolo album. Let's give it a try. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. It's a sprawling double album, real sense of variety on here, from tracks like The Afterneath, which is a great kind of a bit of a kind of sound collage opener, which is really different for him. It's kind of came quite out of the blue, sort of that song for me. And then Radio, just a great soulful track. His vocals are just absolutely stunning throughout this album, and yeah, Radio's a brilliant song. Through the Echoes is a more acoustic bass track, which is really nice. Acid Eyes, a lovely ballad there. And then there's other great ones as well. Petrified in Love's got a kind of new wave, kind of squeeze, sort of Elvis Costello sort of feel, which I really love. Everywhere just builds up so well. Like there's a lot of tracks like on this album, like Everywhere Shine a Light as well, which just really build up and like sort of start quite quiet, but then become something else like as like they go on, and that's a great example of that. And then there's just other great ones, like I said, Shine a Light, Children of the Stars. It's just a brilliant album, and like one like which like even we're talking now, so like 4 years after like its release is still in regular rotation for me. Next up now at number 18, we have got an album which I discovered last year actually, like Bad Like a Band, and again it's just sort of come right in like right in this list, and it's The Go-Betweens and 16 Lovers Lane.
Round and round, up and down, through the streets of your town. Every day I make my way through the streets of your town, and I ride your river under the bridge, and I take your boat out to the reach.
So Go-Betweens are an Australian band from the kind of like the 1980s. This was their last album, or like the last album of like the original lineup released in 1988 here. And it's just a brilliant record. Again, the songwriting is like absolutely fantastic. Like there's two songwriters like in like the Go-Betweens, Grant McLennan and Robert Forster, and they both just complement each other really well. So kind of Grant McLennan is a lot more melodic, a lot more I don't want to say conventional, but he's certainly got that kind of slightly more poppy nous to him. So tracks like Streets of Your Town, which was the big single like on this album. I say big single, I think it like didn't like even chart like in like the UK, but it is probably Go-Between's most popular song. That's a McLennan song. And like there's another one like Was There Anything I Could Do, like is another like slightly more like upbeat single there, and then there's other great ones like by him, and like Quiet Heart like in particular, like it's just a stunning track. It's just a really beautiful song about like being away from your partner, missing someone dearly, and it's just an absolutely beautiful track. And then you've then got the Robert Forster material like on here, which is a little bit more like he was always a bit more artsy, a little bit more angular, like but he's got some great songs on here. Like again, like quite like acoustic ones as well. So things like Love Is a Sign, Dive for Your Memories, just a brilliant song. I'm sure I read something about, was it either Morrissey perhaps, I think, like really praised that song. Like said that like he like wished that he wrote that one. I think I'm almost certain like I've read that somewhere. So Dive for Your Memories, fantastic. Clouds is a really lovely song. It's just got a great kind of airy feel to it, this album. It's just really lifts my mood, like sort of thing. So yeah, Go-Betweens, fantastic record here. 16 Lovers Lane. Okay, next up now we've got a David Bowie album. I've decided to go for a Station to Station here.
Walk luck and you looked in time, never looked back, walk tall, act fine. I'll stick with you, baby, for 1,000 years. Nothing's gonna touch you in these golden years.
So yeah, Bowie for me is just such a hard artist to pin down. He's got so many different styles and kind of genres. He's kind of and like a looks and kind of like sort of like approaches like to like music, like what like he's like done like throughout like his like years. Definitely this kind of late 70s era is my favourite like of like Bowie's, and I decided to go for this album because I think it is just a great melding of, it's a great transitional record for him like for like a start, because it really melds the kind of plastic soul stuff he'd been doing a little bit like on Diamond Dogs and like Young Americans, and that kind of swoony like kind of croonery kind of vocal with like a music like that is a little bit more hard hitting. The band on this album are just absolutely fantastic. Like, let me get like the inner sleeve out to go through out the plays on there, because this is one of my favourite sort of band albums to listen to, like so like all like the musicians like sort of like interacting. So yeah, you've got Carlos Alomar like on guitar, like Roy Britton like on piano, who does some great work, particularly on stuff like Station to Station, the title track, TBC 15, Dennis Davis on drums, George Murray on bass, and then you've also got Earl Slick as well like on like guitar too. So there's only 6 tracks on here, but I think All 6 of the tracks are just absolutely essential, like Bowie songs for me. And yeah, the songs just for me, yeah, really do like strike a nerve. Like particularly things like Word on a Wing, Stay is just a great like sort of like funk workout track. Wild as the Wind's a really great covers. Vocal on that just absolutely soars. Golden Years, great single, and like of course just working backwards there, Station to Station, a killer opening song. It's 10 minutes. It is one of Bowie's absolutely like very best songs. Like if I was doing like a top 10 Bowie songs list year, I think the title track of this album would definitely be on it. Okay, next up now at number 16, we have got an album here by the Smiths and The Queen is Dead. Yeah, I think I've said before like on my channel that this is my favourite Smiths album. I just think song for song, it's just a like it is like their best like collection, like I would say. Starting with The Queen is Dead, which is just a fantastic killer opening song. Everyone is firing like on all cylinders, like on like that song. Johnny Marr's guitar is just wailing and it's doing crazy stuff. It's just absolutely fantastic. Mike Joyce is given like a powerhouse like performance like on like the drums, and then Morrissey writing some of his like wittiest like lyrics and like that. Like I love the line about like you should hear me play piano. Like what's it go like again? Like like it goes like, so I broke into the palace with a sponge and a rusty spanner. She said, I know you and you cannot sing. I said, that's nothing, you should hear me play piano. Like just like great witty lyrics. Carries on with like Frankly Mr. Shankly, one of my favourite Smiths songs, a song which really I guess struck a nerve for me when I was I guess working in kind of shitty kind of part-time sort of jobs like in like uni, like and like that. So that's a great like a great relatable song there for me. I Know It's Over, like it's one of the Smiths' most heartbreaking like ballads right there, absolutely fantastic. And then you then get on side 2, you know, is probably the Smiths' best side of music for me, starting with Big Mouth Strikes Again, just a killer performance, one of Johnny Marr's most iconic, greatest riffs, like right there. The Boy with the Thorn in His Side, again a great melodic track there. Vicar and Tutu's a lot of fun, and then ends with like There Is a Light, just an incredible song. You know, I don't need to explain how great like There Is a Light That Never Goes Out is. And then Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others, again with Johnny Marr's fantastic like swooping guitar riff, and just really propels the song along. Production wise, this album's just fantastic, and yeah, it is the Smiths' best album for me. And you can see there it is signed by Johnny Marr, which I'm really like grateful for. Okay, so now at number 15 we've got, I think this is the second album by this artist like I've had on like my list, and it's Hats by the Blue Nile.
How do I know you're feeling? How do I know it's true? Yeah. It's alright.
So Blue Nile, fantastic Scottish trio, like formed of like Paul Buchanan, a guy called Robert Bell, and Paul Moore. And they are just they just make absolutely beautiful, like exquisite music. This album is just a great late night kind of album for me. It's one that, again, I've got a lot of like attachment to, like a lot of kind of like personal memories has kind of helped me through, I guess, some tough times, like sort of thing. So tracks like like the Downtown Lights is just absolutely beautiful, and like Paul Buchanan's vocal on that just never fails to move me. And there's the kind of like the little guitar bit like that comes in like at like the end of that. It's just incredible. Let's Go Out Tonight, like it's like a lovely ballad, again just full of kind of it's quite romantic, longing kind of album this for me. And then like other tracks like on side 2, like Headlights on the Parade, like it's a little bit more upbeat, like Saturday Night Night like is a great song, and just kind of the whole album is really cohesive. Like kind of it's definitely got an atmosphere like and like a vibe to it. Like this album, like it's quite like late night, but sort of like you're like on like the periphery, I guess, like off like the night. So it for me really like strikes a chord, this album Hats by the Blue Nile. Next up now at number 14 is a real formative album for me, one which goes back like many years for me, which is Paul Simon's Graceland.
These are the days of miracle and wonder. This is the long distance call. The way the camera follows us in slow-mo. The way we look to us all. The way we look to a distant constellation that's dying in the corner of the sky. These are the days of miracle and wonder. Don't cry, baby, don't cry, don't cry.
So Paul Simon was one of the first artists I really got into, probably alongside, I was obsessed with the Beatles and McCartney for like quite a few years, and then it was really ELO, and then Paul Simon. They all came around that same kind of like time for me, this is just an album that has really like stuck with me. I think the songwriting on here is really fantastic. I think he's writing some great lyrics, like Graceland, like the title track is one of my all-time favourite songs. Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes, just fantastic. Fantastic, like you can call me Al. Like even though it's like a lot, I guess some people would say like it's a slightly like annoying pop song. It actually has some really good lyrics on it, like about wanting help, or sort of like holding out a hand like to help someone, like if you'll be my bodyguard, I'll be your long lost pal sort of thing, like if you protect me I'll protect you sort of thing. So it's really nice, and just the whole kind of like vibe like of this album and like production on it is just so different like for Paul Simon, and like working with like the South African musicians like on this album just really like helps to like elevate like the songs. I think their performances really like come to the fore like on like tracks like The Boy in the Bubble, with the great like accordion work like on that, and the drums just are so powerful like on this album. It doesn't I don't think it really sounds too dated either, actually. Like a lot of like mid 80s albums really do sound dated, but I think Graceland like has held up like particularly well. Tracks like I Know What I Know, like with like the great backing vocals on it. It's just different textures. He's exploring new things, and I think was like quite a brave album for him to make like at like the time, as like held up particularly well for me. So that's Graceland by Paul Simon. Next up now at number 13, we've already seen one album sort of by I guess this artist like in like this video, that I'm going for a Noel Gallagher solo album actually, which probably like raised a few eyebrows here, Chasing Yesterday.
You just pass me by. The colors around me faded away. I'll be waiting, come what may, I'll find you. Yes, I will find you. I gotta be the man who walks the end of love.
Now, just for me, this is the album that got me into Noel Gallagher solo. Like I remember, it was the song, the Ballad of the Mighty Eye. Like I remember, like I was driving to work, and I normally have my own music on, and then unplug my phone, and then go like into work sort of thing. But I think either for some reason, like I was listening to the radio, or I maybe just caught like this song like as I was like unplugging my phone, and it was this song like the Ballad of the Mighty Eye playing, and I just remember thinking, wow, this is really good. Like it definitely sounded like a current song. So I thought, oh, hang on, like who's this? And it was Noel Gallagher. So I thought, oh well, he's the guy from like Oasis. Like he's probably worth checking out. I just then bought this album, and just absolutely like fell in love with it. I think it is probably like one of his most consistent collections like of songs. Again, it's a bit like the Blue Nile, like in Hats. It's got for me a real kind of late night like sort of like feel to it, like evocative album. It reminds me of kind of like going like on like sort of like long drives, and I guess like coming back back home, like, and like it's sort of dark and like kind of thing. Because tracks like Riverman with its very like evocative kind of saxophone. The girl with X-ray eyes also has a kind of similar kind of atmosphere to it as well. Of course, the dying like off like the light as well. These songs are just absolutely like fantastic, and like really again like struck a chord for me. It's also like an interesting record for Noel as well, because I guess it does retain like his classic songwriting, but then there's also moments on here where he's kind of trying something like a little bit different. So whether it be the ballad of the Mighty Eye, but also tracks like The Right Stuff as well, like has some great kind of saxophone work. It's very kind of gentle like sort of song. So yeah, no, like a lot of fantastic stuff I got here, and then also a few rockers as well, like Lock All the Doors and The Mexican as well. So yeah, just a great all-round album here. Okay, let's now at number 12, we've got again another album here by a band who I've already featured on this list, and again a bit of a rogue choice perhaps, like for like sort of like I guess like most fans I got like this band, but I've gone for The Big Express by XTC. So I must say, among XTC fans, this is probably not seen as one of their best albums. Like, I'll just quickly show this copy of it there. Like, it's like a Japanese copy here, so it's got the kind of like original sort of die cut like cover there, which is just really nice. And then does it open up, this one? No, it doesn't open up, but like it's got like the inner sleeve there, and it's just on Virgin Records. For me, The Big Express, I think, is their best album, actually. Like, or I wouldn't say it's maybe not the best album, but for me, at this moment in time, it just tends to be the XTC album that I just keep going back to. I think it's a really cohesive record. I think it's got a kind of themes running through it like industrial kind of like themes like going through it. So tracks like Wake Up's kind of waking up for like the day like at work kind of thing. This World Over's quite a dystopian track about like nuclear war was quite imminent like in like the 80s, but there's a kind of threat of it, you know, that was like around. So that song's a very evocative track, talking about like there's a great line on it, like when you get to a sea of rubble and they ask what was London like that whole bit is just absolutely heartbreaking. Really fantastic song. Seagull Screaming Kisser Kisser's just a great slightly twisted kind of romance, sort of boy meets girl kind of song, but just sort of channeled through Andy Partridge's kind of crazy kind of like imagination, with all like it gets a very like evocative track with the kind of mellotron, like very like mechanical sort of feel to it, but actually like it is like a really nice song, you know, about like the seagulls imploring the guy to sort of make a move, or to sort of be like, like she likes you, you know, like sort of ask to kiss her kind of thing. It's just really creative. And then side 2's great as well, and like actually really holds together, because I think all the songs in side 2 kind of crossfade. So on tracks like Everyday Story of Small Town is it's about the town of Swindon, like XTC famously from Swindon, and this is their kind of like this is their Swindon album really. So that song like is like really I guess the centerpiece like of the album. You're the Wish You're I Had, great melodic track, but also quite a little bit odd like as well, like it kind of the time signature's doing crazy stuff on that, but then the kind of you get to the chorus and it's kind of pure McCartney. So fantastic stuff. But my favourite on the album is probably the closing track actually, Train Running Low on Soul Coal. Just a fantastic song, very very abrasive track. Like it kind of like particularly like this album version where you got it's all kind of clangs and clatters, and yeah, it feels like you are on like a runaway train, particularly towards the end. I got like the song, but then there's just great like sort of like kind of propulses, and then it releases and it goes again. Yeah, just really like cleverly written, and just fantastic lyrics about yeah, aging, like sort of thing, like sort of like you're approaching your prime, or you're just past like your prime. He sings like, yeah, like I'm a 30-year-old puppy doing what I'm told, and I'm told there's no more coal for the older engines, all that bit. Like yeah, like just some of like my favourite like Andy Partridge like lyrics. So for me, the Big Express is like yeah, like the XTC album that I find that I keep going back to. So I thought, yeah, deserved a place on this list. Okay, now the last one for this video, number 11, we have got Paul McCartney and Ram here. So this for me is just one of like I think McCartney's signature albums. It is wacky, creative, melodic, and just everything that like I love about like the guy really. The tracks on here have so much variety like on them, from yeah like Too Many People with its great propulsive like acoustic guitar work and some like a killer solo towards the end, to the more like acoustic based stuff like Three Legs and Heart of the Country, alongside great melodic tracks like Dear Boy with very intricate kind of harmonies like through it, rockers like yeah Smile Away and like Eat at Home, to his kind of these sort of studio constructs like Backseat of My Car and like Long Haired Lady tracks that he kind of yeah very intricately kind of pieced together. Like this album just has like everything going for it, but it also retains a kind of homespun indie kind of attitude to it like as well, even though it was recorded like in New York, a very extravagant production, but it still has a kind of homely, earthy sort of feel to it. It really hangs together well like as an album, like it works really well from start to finish. I really get the sense like there's a real arc like to like this album like which I love. And yeah, like it's just got some like McCartney's very best songs on it. I think working like with a band on here like really helped as well, so particularly I think like yeah Denny Sywell and also like the two guitarists Dave Spinoza and Hugh McCracken really add like a lot like to like the songs I got here, like but for the most part like it is McCartney like sort of like playing like most like off like the instruments, and yeah, it is just a wonderful record. Okay, so that's me there gone through yeah number 20 through till number 11 of my top 50 albums of all time. So hopefully I won't wait quite as long to do the final part of the video where I reveal my top 10. So that will be coming up hopefully fairly shortly. But yes, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time for the next one. Goodbye.